Good morning, y'all, and welcome back.
That's right, guys. Welcome back to Louisville, Kentucky. And we still got Phil and the gang here. And we're taking a break from our adventuring, and we're gonna hang out here at the RV park with Phil. Do you guys wanna hang out at the RV park with Phil? You do? Well, that's good, because that's what we're doing today. Look what the cat drug in.
Buddy! Come here, boy. What you doing?
Are you happy? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have a Phil. I have a Phil.
What are you doing, boy? Come here. Hey, little man. What you doing?
All right, Alicia, you have some big shoes to fill. You need to be as grateful to see your dad as Buddy and your kid was. So you've been in Kentucky for a few days. We've taken you on many adventures.
Yeah.
What do you think about Kentucky?
Well, it's got a few hills in it and a few bridges. Hey, they got the Kentucky Derby here too, because we went there to the museum. Had a big time there. Enjoyed every minute of it. I like Kentucky. It's kind of like Texas, but instead of pine trees, there's oak trees just everywhere, and the leaves are turning. They're so pretty.
All right, Phil, for our first order of business today, we need to show them the RV park we're staying at. So how about you give me a hand doing a tour of this RV park?
All right, I'll be glad to do that.
Are y'all ready for another episode of Tour of This RV Park with special guest Phil? I am too. So it's pretty easy. You just go to the front of the RV park, and then you walk by everything in the park, you talk about it, and when you get done, you tell people what you paid and what you think about it, and if you come back again. You got it?
Gotcha. Welcome to the Louisville South KOA Park. They got a playground. They have a little kid playground. They got a zip line. They have a pool, but it's out of season, so it's closed. Got dirty clothes. They got laundry. They got bicycles for rent. This is the front office where you check in. They have bathhouses. They have giant chests. They have volleyball. They have horseshoes. They have giant checkers. They have cornhole. They got gaga ball. They have bocce ball. Dog park. They have propane and a dump station. And this is where Kevin parked his RV. I had no idea that touring RV parks would be so much walking.
All right, while Phil gets himself a break, I'm gonna take over and tell you about our site. So we have a big pull-through site, 50 amp, water and sewer. I will say so far, water pressure, not good. It's pretty bad. If there's anybody here in the park, we can't even wash our laundry without throwing fault codes. I've already disconnected the filters, it didn't change a thing, but we have a huge pull-through site, plenty of room for the truck back here in the back. We also have enough room that if we wanted to, we could lower that and still have room for the truck. But the sites here, they are very, very tight. Like our neighbor, for example, his awning is out and he's basically at our pedestal and he's right there hanging out with our sewer. So the sites are really tight. And if you have a big rig, you may be forced to do some maneuvering. So we had to come in right there and do an S-curve into here. Not a big deal, but with a big rig, you know what KOA does. They made sure to put a pole or a tree at every corner. Now I will say, this is a nice park, but I think KOAs across the board like to make things very tight, and they usually have not so great water pressure. We paid $80.74 a night to stay here. Is it worth it? I'm gonna say no. This is more like a $60 a night place. $80, that's pretty high, especially since we're out of season and everything's closed. Like, we're here at the end of October, like we're getting ready to have our last actual Halloween celebration here in a few days. So I know this is the price for the out of season. I couldn't imagine paying the price it is when it's in season. Great park, but not worth the $80, and definitely not worth whatever it is peak season. You know, here lately, I've been noticing, I always tell you guys, it's not worth the price we pay. I want to try to clarify that a little bit. It has nothing to do with the quality of the park. The park is a great park. I just have a limit. It's $70. When I pay less than $70, I don't have a lot of expectations. When I pay above 70, I expect more out of a park. And since this costs me more than 70, I hold places like this to a higher expectation. And usually when they're priced above 70, they don't meet my expectations. This is one of them. There's nothing wrong with this park. It's a great park. It's just priced too high for what it is. All right, Phil, break time's over. You ready to continue the rest of the tour?
I'm right behind you. They have little cabins to rent. They have sites that have their own dog pen. They have basketball courts. They have walking trails, but I've walked too much. I'm not doing it.
They actually have tons of walking trails. Me and Alicia have been getting our steps on out there. There's one trail, I had to turn around and come back because I ran out of daylight. I never got to the end of the trail, but they have tons of trails out here. And there's actually a cliff right here that falls off straight to a river, and you can walk all down there. That's actually been pretty awesome about this place.
And they have big cabins, and this is where we stay. Let me give you a tour of this place. This is the kitchen and the kitchen table. We even got a couch, a TV. We have bedrooms on this side and bathroom, and bedrooms on this side. We got 4 bunk beds in here that will accommodate 4 people. We have indoor facilities, a sink, a shower that's great, believe it or not, on demand. This is the second bedroom. It comes with a queen-size bed. There's plenty of room. It has plenty of places to put your stuff. It's got a TV here, shelves here, hangers here. Pretty accommodating. Now let's go outside and check out that balcony. This is a very accommodating balcony. Plenty of chairs. A Weber barbecue grill. That's pretty cool. You don't see that everywhere.
That is the tour. Now that we've shown them all the stuff, now we talk about the things we like and don't like about this place. So you list off 3 things you like and 3 things you don't like.
Give me a minute.
While you think about it, I'll go first. The 3 things I don't like about this place, it goes for every KOA. Stop putting the rocks and the poles and the trees at the corners, and stop making it so hard to get in here. I mean, we're a big rig, but this would be hard for like medium-sized rigs. A lot of the sites are very difficult to get in, and it's very hard to level them in this place. The second thing I don't like is the water pressure here is pretty bad. Like, it's pretty hard to take a shower. Our washing machine throws low flow faults. I even removed the water filter system to remove any kind of obstructions, and it's still pretty terrible. The third thing I'm not a fan of is everything behind these cabins on this side of the park is all permanent residents who are starting to get a collection. The things I love about this place, it's very easy to get in and out of here and to get to Louisville, which is the main reason we came here. We wanted to be close to Louisville to go exploring. The second thing is this cabin right behind me. One of the reasons we reserved here is because we knew we were gonna be meeting you here, Phil, and we wanted somewhere for you to stay. The last several places didn't have cabins available. The fact that this had a cabin is one of the reasons why we stayed here, because we knew you were meeting us here. The third thing I love, and this is because me and Alicia love it, we love the walking trails here. The walking trails along the river, they're awesome.
One of the main things that I don't like is the internet service around here. You'll have it and then you won't have it. And that may have something to do with my second problem, is the TV service out here is not very well, but it might be all connected to the internet. But this Vizio TV, you need to be a college graduate in PhD or something. A lot of things that I like about it, I love the spaciousness of this cabin for 4 adults, and even our grandkids are spending the night with us in bunk beds. We're all having a good time. We got our separate bedrooms. I like the convenience. It's real easy to get in and out of this park. The noise is not quite as bad as at a lot of other parks, and it may have something to do with the season that we're here. I don't know, but it doesn't keep me awake at night. It's good sleeping. Air conditioning is good. Electricity seems to be good. Like I said, they could improve on the water pressure, but I'm not going to gripe a whole lot about it. And that's about it, folks.
And there you have it, our first official tour by our tour guide, Phil.
Oh, and probably the last time I'd be a tour guide.
What do y'all think? You want to bring him back for another tour? Let us know. Should Phil be our official tour guide of RV parks?
There's only one condition for me to help you out with this job again. We have to stop walking so much and more chairs along the way.
All right, Phil, we've done our tour and we've done our walking. You know what time it is?
You betcha. Time to get in a chair. Woo!
All right, now that you're in the chair, you know what time it is, right?
Cooking time, baby.
That's right. We're gonna test out this Weber grill you got here on the porch of this cabin. Won't be long now, Phil. We'll be cooking on that pit.
We're talking about good food.
We having chicken wings tonight.
Hot diggity dog.
And some sausage.
Ooh.
What do you think about it?
Hadn't tried it yet. That's not bad. Never had one of those. This is made in Kentucky, they tell me.
What's it taste like?
Tastes kind of like... I'm not sure what it tastes like, but it's good.
Tastes like a Coke, like a natural soda.
Yeah, a natural soda. Okay, I'll go with that. Scott, thank you very much for bringing this and all the gifts for the kids, and we had a great time talking with y'all. Buddy, don't look so depressed. We're on vacation. You need a cat to chase, don't you? That's what you need. Well, y'all hang on your hat. It's going to really get lively here in a minute. It's kind of like, which one of us is going to get up first? Lay your bets, people. Lay your bets. I'm betting on him. I don't know, though. He got one eye shut. He looks like he might be going down. I might have him in the home stretch here. Up, there went the head. It's time, buddy. This is what we do for fun.
Speaking of fun, Phil.
Yes.
Today was our rest day. Tomorrow we're getting back on the adventure train. You ready to go walking again?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Y'all believe that one.
So yeah, tomorrow we're either going in a cave, we're either going to see how they make whiskey, or we're going to see a giant boat. We haven't decided yet, but one of those three things is happening tomorrow. I think the chickens are just about done.
All right, boy, it's looking good. People, if y'all could smell what I'm looking at, you'd be right here with me. But all I know to tell you now is time to go eat. See y'all later.
Did we do poor planning? Is this poor planning on our part? I feel like this place is not open. I could be wrong.
Welcome and good morning. We decided that today we're gonna do a cave adventure. But we showed up here and it doesn't look like anyone's doing cave adventures today. So maybe we're not doing a cave adventure because there's no one here in the parking lot.
We are.
Howdy, folks. Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
I guess just get the kids out and we'll all go find out together that it's
That it's closed. There's literally no one behind you where it says welcome.
morning.
Hey, there's people here.
No, there's like 3 people here.
And we're 3 of them.
So the reason we're at the cave is because we had 2 choices. We wanted to go see a distillery and see the cave. Well, turns out the distillery is a very popular thing and it's impossible to get reservations last minute when you need 9 tickets and the tour only holds 20 people. So we may not be able to do a distillery while we're here, but we were hoping to do the cave. And right now, it ain't look like we're doing no cave either.
I tell you, we're the only ones here just about. Don't look good, folks.
This is either entirely way out of season or it's not as cool as we think it's gonna be. Because it's a working recycling center. It's a retired mine. It's currently a recycling center, and they made it a tourist attraction. All right, we have officially entered a work zone. Are you sure we're not going to work?
What is this? If I was here alone, I would definitely not have done this. I would have got back in my car as soon as we walked through that hallway.
I didn't say it was going to be cool. I just said it looked interesting.
No, it is cool, but just the entrance getting here is kind of odd.
This looks nice. The cave is closed. It's open but closed. The tram tour throughout the underground caverns is not happening right now because they're setting up for the Christmas lights, so it's closed. But they have this right here, which is the indoor zip lining and ropes course. So the reason we wanted to come here is because they have these tram rides you get. So you ride in this Jeep. Well, you actually don't ride in the Jeep. The driver rides in the Jeep. You ride in that trailer. And it goes underneath the Louisville Zoo. And I think it's 17 miles underneath the entire city. And this right here is the trailer you ride on during the underground tour. It looked really interesting. Unfortunately, we were right. The reason there's no one here is because it's not happening right now. The clues were there.
I agree.
If the parking lot's empty, it's probably because ain't nobody doing it today.
It would be cool to come back and see it with the Christmas lights, though. I wish we could have gotten that tour. All right, let's go, Bob.
So does anybody know what plan B was today? All right, we all put our heads together, meaning our cell phones and Google, and we're going to go to the Jim Beam Distillery. There's no tours, but we're gonna go explore the campus, and we might do a tasting of the family recipes if there's time. How do you feel about cheating on Maker's Mark with Jim Beam?
Who said I was gonna drink any? I'm just gonna go look so I can see how much better my Maker's Mark is. No, I will taste Jim Beam. I just probably won't like it.
Welcome to Jim Beam, and I will say the drive-in is pretty awesome.
Also, I really thought the bread smell was gonna be unique to Maker's Mark, and it's not. The wonderful bread yeast smell is here too, and it just makes you hungry or thirsty. We need y'all's help. Who did the photo booth best? A, B, C, or D? Personally, I'm partial to D.
Easy now, you're gonna start to like Jim Beam.
I'm just saying, the aesthetically, it might be a little more cool than Maker's Mark. Like, it feels more hip, like more modern, whereas Maker's Mark was a little bit older. This is pretty cool, though. Are you guys ready? Yes.
Man, you sure are giving a lot of attention to these Jim Beam things.
Look, it can look pretty all day long, but does it taste good going down? We're about to find out.
You're gonna take
It's no Maker's Mark.
a little bit bigger sip. This time when you swallow, you're gonna exhale, you're gonna blow out.
Do this.
See? There you go.
She's on fire. That one stung a little bit. Still got a long way to go.
What did you think about Mr. Jim Beam?
All right, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. There were actually, in that flight of bourbon they gave us, there was definitely some that I did enjoy. Did I enjoy them as much as Maker's Mark? Never. But she was entertaining, our little host, and she had lots of knowledge. This is a great place. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong anywhere in Kentucky if you go to one of the distilleries. And even if you don't do the full tour, like today we only did the tasting, well worth it. And it was only like 20 bucks a person. So definitely do it if you're here in Kentucky.
I will say Maker's Mark and Jim Beam, two completely different experiences,
Totally different.
but not like one's better than the other. Two different experiences.
Right. And this one, like we said when we got here, you can tell it's just a much larger operation. I think they have probably 3 times the amount of barrels aging than Maker's Mark does. So it's just a different feel, a different vibe, but all equally great. And you cannot beat the scenery that's here. So the scenery, the smell, and then the taste of the bourbon, come on. It's just a win-win.
You're doing that thing again like you did at Maker's Mark. You could totally work here.
Oh yeah, that's what, like she said, she worked in corporate management for forever and she's worked here for 2 years and this has been the best job ever. I'm telling you, if we ever slowed down in Kentucky, I would work at one of these places, hands down. Like this would be like a vacation every day.
How'd you enjoy that Kentucky hug?
I loved it. It was a big hug.
I told them I didn't get my bourbon drinking from my mama.
For sure.
She's the lightweight.
I'd rather had a Coke.
She said a
Oh.
Kentucky hug. I thought she said a Kentucky mug. I was ready for the mug.
Lolo here said after we got done that she feels like she just got done gargling mouthwash. She thought she was having Listerine in there.
The Maker's Mark was much better.
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. So we finished up at the distillery and that was all the adult fun. Now it's time for some kid fun. So we are carving pumpkins. We've already picked our design. Kevin,
Which one am I?
this is gonna be a lot of work for you.
Hey, I want to tell you which
Where-
one I chose.
Well, come show
Come
us.
show us.
Okay. I'm
Here.
going. Okay.
Okay, we'll come to you.
Well, I chose this
She chose
one.
the kitty with the
Oh.
potion.
All right, which one is Kayla's?
Kayla, which one's yours? Ghosty.
Oh, and I kind of want that one to be Bubba's.
That's
I
gonna
think
be
that
Bubba's?
one's funny.
All right.
So who's carving whose?
Well, I don't do much carving. I'll do a lot of cleaning. You're my carver.
Well, I thought we were gonna have a contest who could carve better.
Oh, are we?
How am I supposed to compete against myself if I do all the carving?
He forgot to tell me this. We'll vote which one of your 3 is the best.
Uh-oh. Hey. Shh.
Oh, what?
Hey, Phil, what are you doing?
Oh God, we may be here till next October. No. How about this? We won't tell y'all which one Kevin and I carved, and you can pick which one is your favorite. We are done carving pumpkins. We got 3 contenders. Let me show you who we got.
So do you want to see him with the light or without the light? Without the light.
Without the light. And then I'll tell you whose is whose. So first, just go show them the pumpkins.
There's 1. There is 2. And here is 3.
All right, so number 1 with the kitty cat and the pumpkin potion is Ashland's. Then we have Kayla's with the ghost that's carrying the pumpkin. And then the 3rd one with the UFO taking away the pumpkin is Caden's. Who did it best? You won't hurt any kids' feelings because there wasn't much kid involvement in this, unfortunately. So let us know, which one do you like best?
Good morning, y'all, and welcome back.
All right, now do one with more energy.
More energy.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
No, it's gotta come
That's
from
too
deep.
high, isn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Louisville South KOA Park. Come take a tour with us. Welcome to the Louisville South KOA Park. Come take a trip with us. They have a little kid playground.
You didn't look at me again.
Oh, I gotta look at that. They have a little kid playground. Playground. They have a pool, but it's out of season, so it's dead coming. I skipped. They have giant chests. No, checkers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't think about it until I got past it. I had no idea that